Hello there, and thank you so much for taking the time to actually watch my video. Now this video is going to be of help to you if you're somebody who is continuously doubting yourself. It might be that you're perhaps trying to move forward in life, but for whatever reason this doubt keeps creeping in and basically stopping you living or pursuing your dream. Now doubt, what is this why so many people succeed? Because they don't listen to their doubts. And is this why so many people fail? Because they do listen to this little gremlin in their mind that's telling them not to do what they want to do. I honestly believe that so many people's lives can be richer, if you like, if they could perhaps get over this and live a more fulfilled life. I'm not talking about living a wild life. I'm on about pursuing your dreams. Now when we consider doubt, you should first of all look at it as I do, and I still do. If I go to make a decision about something, I still do say to myself, well, obviously I'm looking at the pros and cons of whatever it is I'm going to try and do, but I still do consider doubt as something that is protecting me. But the trouble is with protection, like obviously someone protecting you, in this case it's your own mind that is making you think more carefully or overthinking what it is you're thinking about. The trouble is with that is that sometimes your mind is so powerful that the negative side of your mind can actually take over the positive. Now this is it's something which can cost you dear. Can cost you a fortune if you let this happen. Now, like I say, doubt is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. But what you need to do when you are doubting about doing something is to consider more closely what it is you're thinking about doing and the pros and the cons of your action, of your next possible action. Now, if we take a scenario, say it might be that you're thinking about going into business. It might be that you're perhaps, I don't know, it might be that you're good at doing things online. It might be that you're thinking about hiring a shop or whatever it is. You need to obviously first of all consider the expense, because that's what most, let's face it, if we talk about why we're not going to do something, a lot of the time it's going to be because of money. Is it worth laying out all this money to obviously try a new business that might not work? Well, this is where the safety element of doubt, if you like, comes in. And you need to consider what it is you're actually looking at doing. But if your doubt, if you're weighing your doubt on whether or not you succeed, and you don't do it, I think you'd be foolish not to try. Because so many people, they've got a dream. It's a bit like me on YouTube. You kind of got this thing you want to do. It's something that you don't know. It's nothing certain in life, but you can do it or you can not do it. Now, for me to not do YouTube, okay, it ain't going to cost me YouTube doesn't cost me any money, so that wasn't something that entered my head when I first started about doing it. The only thing, if I'm honest about that come into mind before I started doing YouTube was whether or not it would work. Was whether or not it would work. It works for so many people. Would it work for me? So many people around me telling me it's a waste of time. So many people around me telling me, have you got time to do that? All different factors, and all these things made me kind of have to go backwards and forwards as to whether or not I should try it or not. Now, after considering all these different things, there wasn't no financial consequences of doing it, if you like, in the sense other than a bit of time. It was more a case of whether or not it would work, whether or not it would work for me. Do you know what I mean? But still, inside my mind was the thought of, am I going to succeed? This horrible fear of succeeding. Now, what I would say to you is that if you've got something in your mind and you've got doubt about it, and it's look at what the financial look at what the financial pitfalls are of doing this thing. If there ain't none, or if they're very little, why are you doubting yourself? Because at the end of the day, I'm saying, why are you doubting yourself? I know why you're doubting yourself. Because you're worrying about what people are going to think about you. You're worrying, your inner self, your inner mind, that the bit that's trying to protect you, protect your person, if you like, your personality, he's saying to you, well, you don't want to do that because it might not work. What's someone going to think about you if you do that? The trouble is, again, you're letting outsiders, you're letting what I call haters or downers determine your future. You can't do that in life. You cannot do that in life. The biggest, I watch, my channel is aimed primarily at personal development, like this video. It's aimed at trying to make you, perhaps help you have the confidence to try and, take more action. But, I watch other big people on YouTube. There's a guy called Brendan Burchard. And if you want some inspiration, watch some of his videos as well. The geezer's really, he's a proper professional life coach. Now, you could look at his story. The guy wasn't always that way. Years ago, he's taken him, I don't know how many years he's taken him, but he's taken him a long time. But you look at that guy's life now. He's a New York Times bestseller. He's I think he's one of the most highly watched professional life coaches, in the world. The guy's global. Now, just imagine for a moment if when he went to do what, like do his channel, someone had said to him, I don't think that's going to work for you. I don't think you're that. I don't think you've got it. Yeah? Why? Imagine how that guy's life would have changed. The guy's he's a millionaire. I ain't saying that's the only reason he's done it, but I'm saying he's so successful now. And because of his success, he's helped so many people. He's reaching out. Yes, he's making money out of it, but he didn't at the start. He was like me, putting up videos, trying to help and inspire people. Well, imagine if he hadn't done that. What a shame, if you like, to the, to all the people that would have watched him, all the people that do watch him. It's madness to consider for a moment that self-doubt, somebody putting their spoke in and sending him, don't do that. You imagine the price that man would have paid if he'd have listened to these negative people. And I think it was him I listened to, and obviously when he first started, he was still getting negative reviews, people talking about him and not that good, and kind of having a people who even though I know he is good, you still have people what I call haters who leave negative comments. These people, they're going to be there whether you're good at it or not. Because that's how they live their life. That's how they want to be. They've chosen to blame everything on everyone else. So really, in summing up this video, if you're having doubt about something, I say doubt's not a bad thing, but if you let it override your mind, it can ruin your life. It really can ruin your life. Because let's take a scenario. Look at my situation now. I've got a nice house. I haven't got loads of money. I couldn't say I've got financial security at the moment. I haven't. I've got I'm living well and I've got a nice property and all that. But they say that most people, you're paying your mortgage, you're living month to month, right? So if I can do something else, it might be if I could write a book, if I could, do a side hustle, do a business, and not listen to these people that are being negative about whatever it is I might try and do, then that can only lead me to a brighter future. And more importantly, my children having a brighter future. So you need to just, I know I keep saying it, but you need to consider carefully what the cost is if you don't take action. The next time you think about something, I'm going to think about I might be going to get a shop. I'm thinking about starting a blog. I'm thinking about writing a book. Consider what might happen if you do it. The possible success that you may, get, and obviously the financial reward which you will reap from your hard work. and then think about what might happen if you don't do it. Well, you ain't got to think too hard about what happens if you don't do it, because nothing will happen. You'll be exactly where you are today, tomorrow. You'll be in the same space, exactly the same space. Yeah. Now, assuming that after a while, you've kind of found the confidence to actually do this, take this leap, and you decided now that you're actually gonna do it. The second thing, which I think holds people back, obviously you've got financial constraints if you need money for this project, but I still think that a lot of people, again, me included at times in the past, is you kind of know it's a good idea, you know what you're thinking about doing, you should do, but you kind of put it on hold. Yeah, you wait. Yeah, and you again, you need to understand that if you're waiting, if you're putting it on hold, you might be thinking, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put it on hold. No, you're not. You're not doing it. Yeah, if you put it on hold, you're not doing it. It's that simple. Yeah, don't fool yourself that you're taking this action, because your mind, again, your mind will kind of your negative and the positive side of your mind will play against each other. Yeah, and you'll say, oh yeah, I am going to do it, but I'm just not going to do it right now. If you do say, well, I'm not going to do it right now, it's okay to say that. In fact, it's good to say that. Yeah, okay, but I'm not going to do it right now. If you say that, you've got to be able to write down a real reason why. Yeah, what is your real reason that you're not doing it now? If it's finances, then that's understandable. It might be that you've got to raise a bit of money, you've got to save a bit of money. It might be that your partner's going to get a part-time job to help you raise the money to do this side hustle, whatever you want to call it. That's a real reason, because that it's something that's stopping you from physically doing what you're doing. But if, say, you were going to do like I'm doing, going to do YouTube, right, then you ain't got no reason to put it on hold. Yeah, because what we're talking about here, we're talking about with YouTube, you're talking about time. It's going to cost you time. Yeah, that's all it's going to cost you. If you've got an iPhone, if you've got a tab, if you've got a video camera, that's all you need. Yeah, so don't kid yourself. That's the warning here. Don't kid yourself and talk yourself out of it for no real reason. You've got to have a reason if you're not doing it. And the third thing, which I think is probably, it didn't apply to me so much, but I know it does apply to a lot of people. It will apply to a lot of people, and that is having the courage to take the plunge. Yeah, having that courage to move forward. And the reason, if you think about having the courage, the belief to actually do something, what are you really, what is the real reason that you're having this fear? And the only thing I think it can be was the fear of failure. It's the fear of obviously not succeeding, this thing that you're doing not working out. And if you break it down, the fear of failure, what is failure? Okay, so something's not worked. Well, haven't you been failing at many things in your life already anyway? That's the way I look at things now. That's the way I look at everything now. If I think about doing something and it don't work out, I think, well, if it don't work out, it don't work out. It ain't the end of the world, yeah? The main reason why people fear failure, they don't actually fear failure itself. What they fear is the consequences, is the conversations that people might have about you as a result of you not succeeding at something. But again, that's not a big enough reason. That is not a big enough reason to not pursue your dream, to not, take a plunge and try something new. Yeah? Because again, these people that are passing judgment on you, whether it's in front of you, whether they're talking about you behind your back, don't you see, these people don't matter. They really don't matter. Who are these people? What are they doing? Okay, they might have a successful business. Great, so they obviously tried that business. It may or may not have succeeded. Yeah? The only way, I think the way you got to look at it is you can't fear failure. You've got to accept it as part of your life. You know what I mean? You know, when you went up to a girl in a dance hall, or if you're a girl and you went up to a man in a dance hall, and you had a conversation and you like that person, and the person kind of give you the cold shoulder, you know, haven't you theoretically failed? But has it changed your life? It hasn't, because we're failing every day. Yeah, I'm not going through a particularly great time at the moment in my job, but it ain't going to change my life. You're still going to live. You're still, you know, if you try something and it don't work out, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm going to end it with, you know, if you've been watching, if you're still watching, then thank you very much. But if you look at failure this way, and to me, failure, real failure, in its purest form, is to have an idea, think of a concept, to believe in yourself, and to not try it. That is the biggest failure you'll ever. That is the biggest failure you can ever be, because you are not pursuing something which you want to do because of all these different reasons: doubt, self-belief, you're not confident, you know, whatever it is. Yeah, if you can get past all those things, and then say to yourself, well, do you know what? There ain't no real reason why I'm not doing this. I'm just worried about it not working. If this is you, and you don't try it because you're fearing failure, remind yourself that you're failing by not taking action. I don't know how else to word it. You're failing by not taking action. Yeah, put aside these negative people. Put aside your limiting beliefs, if you like, whatever you want to call it, and take action. Yeah, because, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing in my mind would be to not try. Yeah, because if you go through life, I said to my son, if you try and something don't work, it doesn't matter. Yeah, to not try, to not give it a go, that's the worst thing you can do. Please please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe, and please leave a comment. And if there's anything that you think I've missed in this video, you know, something else I could have mentioned, I'm still learning. I would love to hear your comments. But yeah, check out my other videos. I've done loads of videos on personal development. I also suffer at times with my mind, my OCD, and obviously I've done videos on that. And my main job is lead generation, so I've actually done a lot of videos about how you can generate leads for your business. So yeah, please like, please subscribe, please share, and please comment. Even if it's a negative comment, I don't mind. Negative or positive, I really appreciate it if you leave a comment. Thank you so much for taking your time, your precious time, to watch my video. Thank you.